Hey everybody! So today we are going to talk about one of my favorite farming heroes, Bryg. Now we're going to talk about how I put artifacts on her, and then I'm going to show an example of her farming. And it's one of those, I wanted to cover this hero because a lot of people can utilize her for farming. So what exactly is farming? Farming is where you can take a hero that can clear an entire stage by themselves so that you can level up other heroes that you're either working on to use in war or against the raid bosses. And then you can also level up what I like to call fodder or feeder heroes so that you can then use them as cauldrons to ascend other heroes. So the two best farmers, I think, are Bryg and Brody. But for those that don't have Brody because he is harder to achieve, you can get Bryg easily. And I would recommend, especially if you're first starting out, to wishlist Bryg. And you can do that through the altar if you go to wishlist. I believe it's 250 gems to do it. But she is a very essential hero. She's fantastic to help you get a good head start. So if you don't have her and you don't have Brody, I would definitely recommend that you wishlist Bryg. And we're going to talk about why, and I'll show you an example of farming with her and how effective she is at clearing those stages. So let's go ahead and let's get started talking about Bryg. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to apologize if there are any background noises. As you guys know, I have kids and dogs, and it gets a little interesting sometimes. So let's find Bryg first. We're going to go to the Lexicon. She's a dark follower. And then we're going to scroll down to the rares, and you'll see her here as a red hero. And when you're looking at the Lexicon, I really like it because it shows the base stats of what they would be if they're maxed out. Like if they're awake, if they're fully awakened and all their special skills are maxed, it'll show you what their base stats are. With Bryg, when you awaken her, her special levels are attack bonus, so that's really awesome because she is an attack-based hero. And when we talk about artifacts, I'm going to kind of go through the stats you're looking for to be able to clear those levels. All right, so let's talk about her special and her passive skill so that we know what we're looking for with artifacts. So with her special, she deals damage to all enemies. Here you can see it starts off at 165 attack and goes up to 200%. And then she has a chance to inflict decreased speed on all enemies for 2 turns. And that the amount of turns does increase as well whenever her special skill is maxed out. Now her passive is what makes her special. With this, it's called Not So Fast, and on the start of the opponent's first turn, she deals damage immediately based on her percent of attack. And then she inflicts decreased speed as well. So that's an immediate fire when you're farming. And I'll show you an example of that once we put artifacts on her. So let's get started with artifacts. All right, so as I'm looking for artifacts for Bryg, what I'm wanting is attack percent. I'm also wanting crit rate and crit damage. So we want to get her crit rate to at least 100% or as close to it as we can get. And then we want her crit damage to be as high as we can get it. We also want her attack to be high. And the whole goal of what we're doing is trying to get her to be able to clear out those mobs without needing any other assistance from another hero. So with boots, I didn't have any speed boots, so I'm looking at attack percent boots to see if I can find any that I like for her. Again, I'm looking for attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage are the big ones that I'm looking for. So I'm going to try to level these up and see what stats I can get, because we do want some speed. I mean, speed never hurts. You want her to kind of be fast, at least if you're going to be using her for war. Let's level it to 12, see what we can get. Meh. Alright, let's look at these again. Yeah, we're going with those. Alright, so for her chest piece, I'm also looking for attack percent. And I have a whopping 2 to choose from, so let's see what substats we have. Okay, I'm liking this one better because it has that critical damage. Now, as I am building my Bryg, I'm building her specifically for farming. So I would probably add more accuracy and maybe some health point if I were trying to use her more kind of well-rounded. I might still use her in war, but my main priority is to build her as a farmer right now. All right, I want that crit damage to go up. See if we can do crit rate. Sweet. Oh, nice. Go for a third one. Let's do it. Come on. I hate it when artifacts take forever to level up. Oh, nice. We had a 3 roll, so we're definitely going to do that. We're going to equip this one for sure. All right, so for gloves, I'm looking for crit damage gloves. The reason why is because I already got a pretty solid crit rate roll on that chest piece. So I'm going to look for damage, and then when I look at the other artifacts, I'm going to be looking for a crit rate substat. So I'm going to check out all these guys. I have a pretty solid selection. I don't know if I'm going to find any that I really like. These are pretty good. Let's see. Okay. There's so many. I'm going to go with those. I like their substats the most, I think. All right, so I'm going to search for crit rate and crit damage because I want to get the crit rate at least to 100 or as close to it as I can. And the crit damage I want to get as high as possible. I'm going to level this one up because with that set, it is a 20% increase to attack. And that's going to be a really great bonus to have. So I'm going to level these since they have both the crit rate and crit damage. Crit rate, nice. Okay. Yeah. Little HP never hurts anybody. Let's see what the 12th one is. Accuracy, not bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. I think. Let me double check. I'm going to level this one up just to see what happens. Crit rate. Crit rate. Okay. HP again. Let's see what unlocks at 12. Yeah, I'm going with the brave one. And then I'm going to see what I can get in helmet and sword so I can get that set on her. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm a big supporter of stats over sets, but if you can get the set bonus and it works with what you need for your hero, definitely go sets. And there are a lot of different ways that you can work her as far as different sets that you can do. You could go, you can get attack percent up, you could get her critical damage up, you can get her crit rate up. It just depends upon what you have going on. So first we're going to look at helmets. See what I have in that. So if I can get that 20% attack bonus, that'd be really great. All right, let's try this one first. All right, accuracy. Speed. Two things that are not going to hurt us with her, but they're not what I want for farming. But this might make her a little bit more rounded out if I use her for wars. Let's see what unlocks at 12. Now, my Bryg, I have all the way leveled to 60, but I haven't maxed out her special skills and I haven't awakened her yet. So what you're seeing is just kind of her base stats leveled out at 60. This one's never going to level up, is it? There we go. Defense. Nah. Alright. Let's see what these other ones are. Let's try to level this one up. Alright, crit rate. Nice. Crit rate again. Yes. Defense. I mean, that's fine. Not what I wanted, but it's okay. Let's take it to 12 and see what unlocks at 12. So far, I'm liking this one out of the ones that have happened so far. Resistance. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at her crit rate to see which one I want to equip. All right, we're going that one. Next up, we're going to look at weapons. Let's see what we already have leveled up and see what we've got going on. Okay. I know it gets kind of boring sometimes when I put artifacts on heroes. So I just like ramble about different stats and you just watch me try to make the best out of what I've got. All right, let's try this one. Let's see if we can get that crit damage up. And we've got speed. Crit damage, all right. Speed again, okay. Let's see what unlocks at 12. Resistance. Okay, not bad. Let me look back through. Trying to decide which one I want. I'm gonna look back through and see if there's anything else that sparks my interest. No, I'm going with this one. So we were able to get her a set, so that way she does have that. With the Brave set, you get 20% increase to both defense and attack. So it's not too shabby. There were other sets that I would have probably liked to put on her, but at least I got that attack bonus. So here are her stats after I've put artifacts on her, and you can see how I worked her. All right, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to max out these artifacts, but I'm not going to make you guys watch that because that's just tedious. You all don't care about me maxing out the artifacts. And then I'm going to show some examples, do a little bit of farming just to show you how she works. All right, so the place that I like to farm with Bryg is going to be in Tenebris. So we're going to take her there, and I'm going to show you how she just wipes out everybody all at once. So we're going to Tenebris, and I'm just doing one. And you can see I'm just leveling up some random heroes with her. So let's watch how she does this. And dead. And dead. Ta-da! I have done a level. But I forgot to put it at 2 speed, so we're going to do this again just so you can see how quickly you can do these levels if you get Bryg to where you want her to be. So I'm going to go back in, switch that to 2 speed instead of 1, because I don't know why I was set on 1. So, and dead, and dead. So that took 6 seconds. That's just to show you guys how effective she is at farming and why I think she's such an important hero for new players to have. Because you can really go in and you can very quickly level up your heroes with her. So I highly recommend, again, wishlisting her if you don't have her, because it's a lot cheaper to max her out and to get her to where you want her to be than to try to do that with Brody if you don't have Brody. She's perfectly acceptable. I know people who haven't even maxed her out who just have her at 550 and she's still really effective. So that's it on Bryg. If you have any questions or concerns, definitely put those in the comments. And I hope this was helpful to somebody out there. And you guys have an awesome day.